Welcome back to another episode of the Voices of AUSMUN. I'm Aamna Masood, the Deputy Director of Media, and today we're joined with the one and only, the Director of Human Resources, Reema Shubair.
Thank you for having me. Hi guys, I'm the Director of Human Resources for AUSMUN 2026. I'm a finance major and a minor in international studies. And this is my last year at AUS and unfortunately AUSMUN. But I'm very excited for this conference and for this podcast.
Same here, Reema. Very excited to have you here. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good to hear.
How are you doing?
Doing good as well. I mean, the semester is ending, so we're sad, but...
Yeah, I mean, I feel happy. The weather's getting better.
The weather's getting definitely better. Yeah. So let's get right into our questions. How about we go down memory lane a little bit? How did your MUN journey begin?
Wow, this is so nostalgic for me. MUN for me started actually in 12th grade, not too long ago. My first ever MUN was in AUSMUN. I was a delegate, and I delegated with some people who are currently on the board, like Khaldoon. And yeah, it was just an awesome experience. I knew that if my first MUN was like maybe at a smaller scale, I wouldn't maybe have had the confidence to step up into roles like pager, chair, and whatnot. So I'm glad that the foundation of my MUN experience was AUSMUN because it's such a large scale event. It's the world. It's the biggest student-led conference in the region.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I was a delegate. It was an amazing experience, and then and actually that kind of also inspired me to pick AUS as the university to actually come into, yes. And it also sparked my interest in international studies, which is why I chose it as a minor. Okay. So my freshman year, I wanted to test out the waters and just join as a pager, not directly hop into chairing. Okay. And my sister, fortunately, was chairing that year. So I got to page in her committee and it was a wonderful experience. Now the following year, I wanted to be a chair. I was like, you know what? I think I'm ready. It doesn't seem that hard. I think I can do it.
The confidence.
Exactly. I think you just have to have the passion for it because they do provide you with lots of training and like getting to the rules of procedure. So again, at that time, for example, my sister was deputy director of HR at that time. So she also helped me become like a really good chair.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Shout out to my sister. But yeah, she really inspired me. And honestly, chairing was amazing. It was so nice. I think if I had the option, I would have chaired again if I didn't want to be deputy director really bad. I knew that I really, really loved chairing, but I knew that I can do more. For AUSMUN, I can do more.
Like there's so much experience.
Exactly. And my first experience was really rewarding, having seen so many delegates, just like
just flourishing.
Literally, like now I see my delegates that are in university and their chairs or their pagers, and they're like, "Oh, Reema, you inspired me to do this and do that," and I'm like, "That's all I want, guys. That's all I want to hear." I'm so happy. So the following year. My sister encouraged me to apply to be deputy director. Okay. She had graduated at this time. So I applied and I got it, alhamdulillah. Okay. And under the guidance of Fatma, our previous director, I think we had such an amazing team along with the other deputies, Asil and Shania. And I think we just built a really strong women-led team.
Of course, the bond was there.
I think the fact that it was all women kind of was
really helped.
Amazing. We had like a really good bond, yeah. And in that role, I really got to see what goes on behind the scenes. Because when you're a chair, you're kind of only concerned with like background guides and like
and your committee.
And committee, the 3 days, exactly. Yes. But when you're a deputy director, you're like,
it's so much.
Yeah, it's like so much you didn't know was happening. So much I didn't know we had to do this. I didn't know how to do, you know. So I'm glad I stepped into that role because I took on more responsibility and it gave me the confidence to apply to director this year, right? And I wouldn't have applied had I not believed in myself. Like, and again, the support around me of my friends and my director, like it was amazing. Everyone was encouraging me to apply and I'm glad I did. And here we are.
Here we are.
With a team of over 120 chairs and pagers, three deputies later, here we are.
I thought logistics had a huge team, but we've got human resource with just an equal amount right there.
Yeah.
It's so interesting to see how your building blocks was AUSMUN in itself. That's amazing. How is your board selection process?
All right. So me personally, gosh, this was a long time coming. Like it was like I went every step of the way, every position you could get to become director.
Yes.
I went from delegate to pager to chair to deputy director
Everything
to
was
director.
there.
So it's like I did everything I could. So by the time senior year came, actually before, because applications opened last semester, I remember we had just finished AUSMUN 2025 and emails for like the executive board of 2026 came out, and I was like, oh my God, guys, I don't know if I can handle it. Obviously I applied, you know, even though I was confident, but at the same time, there's always that lingering feeling.
Of course.
You're like, maybe it's imposter syndrome, maybe you're like, okay, yeah, I know I'm good. But it's like,
am I
up
good?
for it? Am I up for it? Because I saw how much Fatima worked, how hard she worked alongside other extracurriculars, alongside her academics. And I was like, can I handle it? I was like, you know what? Let me just do it. I applied, got an interview, went well, I got it. I think I've never prepared for an interview like I did for that. Like it was a full-time job. Like I prepared, I practiced with everyone around me, whether it be my siblings, my friends,
everyone.
Past, like literally everyone. I asked them like, what do you think would come up? What do you think I should say? And
that just goes to show how
Yeah.
much you really wanted it.
I really want it.
That preparation level is just amazing.
I know that because I endured what I like, because every MUN is chaotic, and it's being like the largest student-led conference kind of prepares you for everything, right? And I was like, if I can handle it as a deputy director, what who's to say I can't handle it as a director, right? Because deputy directors do have a say in decisions that are being
For
made
sure,
and
they're
whatnot.
just as involved.
Exactly. So yeah, I think I was like, you know, I want to create a team that
embodies your passion.
yes,
can
embodies
say
our
that.
passion. Like
We can
I
say
want a
that.
team that's as passionate as me. You know, that's like not just because it's for the credit or it's for the name of being AUSMUN, of being the name of deputy director. So yeah, so I knew that I wanted to be director, regardless of if I thought I could make it or not. I thought I would do anything to make it happen. I would literally drop everything just to be director, and I did that. Right now, I only have, like, I'm not in any clubs.
MUN is your only commitment.
Basically, yeah.
That's dedication.
Yeah.
That's
Because if you know me, I was like in a bunch of clubs and a bunch of positions. I was like, you know what, guys? I want to dedicate this time to where it deserves to be. Right?
Absolutely. And I feel like those clubs, the skills you learned from it, helps you in your director role now.
Definitely. Like I was a treasurer for a club once, and that really it was like an executive board position. So it prepared me, managing a team. And I was also part of the dean's business team. So that came with a lot of responsibility. We would host large scale events. So that also helped me. So yeah, I'm grateful for my past experiences that led me to being selected as a director.
So we can definitely see how passionate you are about your role, which takes me to my next question. What does AUSMUN mean to you personally?
Well, personally, I think it means growth, right? If we look back on my experiences, for example, with each year of AUSMUN, I was growing, whether that be in a position, but it doesn't have to be a position. It could be in my skills, whatnot. As a delegate, I learned a lot, because I was in a conference room full of people who had 5-10 plus years of experience delegating. I learned from them. As a pager, I learned from the chairs. As a chair, I learned from my co-chairs. As a deputy director, I learned from my director. As a director, I'm learning from my SG and DSG. So it's literally about growth. Whether you're a delegate, a pager, a chair, it doesn't matter. Whether you're in logistics, whether you're in ER, media, there's always room for growth. And that's what I love about AUSMUN. And genuinely, it gives you so many skills that will prove helpful in like the workforce, right?
Yes.
And out there in the real world. So that's what I really like. I think it's kind of imitates a real job, maybe. I don't know.
But without the pay part.
Yeah. But you know, the work is rewarding.
Of course.
Yeah. So I would say, to me, it means growth, whether that be in my like confidence skills, my teamwork skills, my problem solving skills, communication. It's just, I think you can also relate.
Absolutely. I feel like the skills and the growth, as you mentioned, is the payment that we get from this role and from like AUSMUN as a whole.
Okay.
Perfect. So moving on to the next question. What do you believe sets this year's conference apart from the previous ones?
So I would like to answer in terms of my team, HR, right?
Okay.
So over the summer, I kind of was brainstorming about what is something new I can add to this conference? How can I make it different? How can I improve it, if in any way?
Yes.
And I noticed that there was a problem. So people want to chair, but they're kind of intimidated because there are people, again, with 5, 10 plus years of experience who are applying, and you know, because they're experienced and maybe they feel they're more qualified, they feel they will get it over them. So it discourages them from applying, even though they have the passion for it. Yes. Now, to me, I believe that anyone can do anything. Like any skill, any technical things can be learned, but passion cannot be learned.
No.
Passion is within you. If you have passion, then you can go anywhere. And with our chairs, we do have training sessions for them, very rigorous training sessions, and they're very strict, you know? So I was like, okay, if you have the passion, you deserve to be here.
Sure. I mean, there's so much hidden talent.
Exactly. And I saw that this was a problem. Like, for example, if the director at the time hadn't taken a chance on me because I hadn't chaired before, then I wouldn't have been chair, and then I wouldn't have been deputy and then director.
You would not be here
exactly.
right now.
But they saw that I had the passion in me, and they chose me for that. So I was thinking, how can I solve this problem? So I decided to create a new position, shadow chairs. This is for aspiring chairs who want to learn, but they don't maybe feel like they're up for it yet. Maybe they feel like, oh, they just want to observe
and learn.
Maybe take part in it somewhat, and then the following year apply to actually chair. Now, this is good because you could see if chairing is for you or not, and if not, you'll have an amazing experience. AUSMUN is fun either way, right?
Inside and outside the committee room.
Exactly. So this program, how it works is that the first day they will be observing, right? Seeing how maybe rules of procedure go, motions and points. Second day, if they feel comfortable, they can choose to help pagers with passing notes, with taking roll call and whatnot. Third day, and that's if they're like truly confident, they truly feel like they can do it, they can lead a committee session if they feel it. But the most important thing about this is they're learning from experienced chairs.
Like live experience.
Exactly. I've paired them up so that they can learn, right?
Yes.
And they do also have to attend the chair training session, so they are still learning on the job. And they can even become a pager if they feel that chair is not up for them. Exactly. So I decided to create this program as a way to help destigmatize chairing, because I know that it can be daunting, and I know that chairing is possible as long as you have a strong outlook, a strong passion. Of course. Yeah.
I have to point out how this is a sign of a great director. How you saw there is a problem and instantly you had a solution, or at least like a step towards a newer direction.
Yeah. So and I really want the shadow chairs to benefit. So obviously they will be given certificates as well for their hard work and dedication. Yeah. So if you guys are wanting to chair and you're in AUS but you're scared, make sure to apply next year.
Small promo. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Of course, we've seen there's highs and lows of any conference, any position. So what would you say is one of the biggest challenges you have faced so far in your AUSMUN journey while organizing?
I think the hardest part of being on the HR team is interviews week.
Oh,
because we are the only team that accept external applicants too. So narrowing it down, you know, we had I don't know the number, over 200 applications for just the HR team, and that's without counting people who put, you know, HR as their second option.
Of course.
So narrowing it down, and it came to a point in the semester where quizzes were starting, you know, and it's like, oh my God, what
so
can I do?
much
And
to
it's
do.
senior year, it's like, oh my God, I have to focus on my studies, but like. HR, my pride, my joy, like
my
guys,
life.
how can I be at two places at once? But yeah, thankfully my deputies are amazing. They're very, very determined, and they were willing to put in the work, right? If I couldn't attend an interview, we would have at least two deputies attending those interviews, you know, to make it fair. And it was amazing, honestly. Like, it was very hard. It was hectic. So we started interviews right away, right? When we sent the shortlisted applicants email, we started interviews right away. We started in the, like, it was very rigorous though, because it would be in person for AUS applicants, right?
So that's a lot of time and effort.
So we would have interviews from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Oh my God, that's a long stretch of time.
Yes, yeah.
And the fact that you guys committed to this long stretch of time.
Yeah, and two of my deputies are like engineers, so it's like
they have labs.
Yeah, labs. So, you know, we made it work. I'm really glad. Like, I'm very thankful for my team. They're very proactive, you know.
Yes.
Like, they would offer to join interviews that I was attending, even though they didn't need to be there. You know, I like that. I like that kind of initiative.
Of course,
you know?
proactiveness.
Exactly. So I would say that was the biggest challenge, because we interviewed so many people.
This must be like of course, you said 200 applications.
Yeah.
How many were shortlisted?
Chairs or pagers?
Let's say both of them combined.
Over 127?
So that must be 127 interviews.
Well, pagers actually have to submit a video.
Okay.
But we did interview over 100 chairs, including external applicants. So, yeah, I think that was the hardest part of HR. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't want to jinx it.
Hopefully, the conference, inshallah, smooth.
Inshallah, yeah.
Okay, so our next question. What is one key takeaway that you would want every delegate to walk away with? And I mean, with HR, I feel like this is such a personal question, looking at how much you shape the delegates in a way.
Yeah.
So what would you say?
Wow. I would say don't focus on the little details and try to enjoy it as much as you can.
Yes.
Because a lot of the times, as a first-time delegate especially, you get caught up in like, oh my God, like I need to speak at all times. I need to raise my placard all the time. I need to raise a no. Like, guys, it's okay. You know, your chairs will notice your hard work. They will notice everything. Just try to enjoy it and soak it in as much as possible. Because AUSMUN, as a delegate, is so fun. It's so fun. Oh my God.
That side.
I wish I could go back. Oh my God. Like those debates when they get heated.
Oh, that's the best part.
Oh my God. And like the allies you form, the friends you form, that's another thing. Try to enjoy it as much as possible. Try to make friends. Like honestly, I'm friends with people that I delegated with back in high school. And it's amazing, right? You learn so much. So I would say don't take it too seriously. Obviously, work do your research well, work hard, don't use AI.
Oh, that's something we need to highlight.
Work hard, but that's before the conference. During the conference, don't focus all your attention on, oh my God, I have to win, I have to do this for my school. You know, yes, maybe that is important to you, and that's completely fine, and I think that's amazing.
Yes.
But at the same time, you need to leave AUSMUN with something. Whether that be a learning experience, whether that be a friend, anything. And yeah, I think just try not to take it too seriously.
I absolutely agree.
Because it goes by so fast.
It does. It's like in a blink, like we're preparing for it for like months.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the delegates are also doing their preparation beforehand. And then in like a snap, 3 days and it's gone.
Yeah, like I remember after each MUN, whatever position I was in, I would already reminisce on it, and it's only been like a month.
Like I miss it.
Literally.
I miss the work.
Exactly.
But I definitely agree with you. There's just so much to learn and grow from. And I feel like our delegates they're always up there.
They really
and
are.
they do really work hard and work
hard. Yeah.
Perfect. Moving on to the next segment of the podcast, which is the rapid fire questions. One word that comes to mind when you hear AUSMUN.
Growth.
Okay. What's the first thing you'll do after the conference ends?
Sleep.
Need it. Biggest conference day fear?
Can I say it?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if I can say.
Go ahead, don't worry.
Advisors. Who said that?
Yeah, we're gonna note it. One thing about MUN that people overthink too much.
Speeches.
Fair, actually. Opening speeches, love them or hate them.
Love them.
That's so surprising. I usually hear the opposite.
From who?
I'm not gonna name them,
Okay,
but okay.
fine.
Early morning or late night meetings?
Late night meetings.
I agree. A leadership quality you swear by?
Empathy.
That's very nice. That's very needed. So, lastly, coffee order during conference week?
Iced Spanish latte.
I love.
But if it were up to me, I would choose an iced matcha latte.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. We can let that slide. Directors get a special. So, moving on to the next questions. This one I'm actually personally very curious to know. So, if you had the opportunity to swap roles with someone from the board, who would it be and which role?
That's really hard.
Okay.
That's really hard because I've only really been in HR, right? Wow.
Dream big. Come on, think about it.
Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say logistics. Khaldoon. You know why?
Okay, why?
Because not only would I be able to handle a team that big, but but I think people really underestimate the work of logistics because they're not out in the open. They're not like HR where you see the chairs, you see the pagers.
Yes.
They do the behind the scenes work that nobody sees.
Actually.
Right?
Yes.
Like committee allocations, paying the forms, dealing, like handling
Just
advisors and
tiniest
delegates.
to the biggest
exactly,
things.
and they get the influx of emails, I think, are mainly towards them, you know, from delegates, from international delegates, you know. I think that they are so underrated and I have to give it to them because it's so hard. I think because, I don't know, like dealing with registration, dealing with...
That just inflow of people suddenly.
And mind you, we have 1,200 plus delegates. They have to
That
look
is
through
a
each
lot.
and every single one.
Yes. So you would want to swap roles and be there.
I would because, you know, it's a different kind of responsibility from
course.
mine. It's dealing with the delegates themselves because HR, we mostly deal with, you know, our internal team.
Yes.
And I think it would be really interesting to see how would I go about problems because from what I hear, Khaldoon does say like a lot of things come up like very suddenly, very last minute, and it's like you have to think on your feet and you have to have a good team behind you. And mashallah, his deputy directors are really good too. So I think I would choose logistics because it will be a challenge. But you know me, I love a challenge. I love the challenge. So yeah, surprising, but logistics, yeah.
Okay, that's nice. I'm just trying to visualize you during the registration time, screaming on the walkie-talkie when you need to give the lanyards.
You know
out.
what else? I would love walkie-talkies and I would love to go around the golf carts.
The golf carts.
Maybe that's the real reason I want logistics.
The golf carts.
Maybe.
I'm gonna join you. So sadly, we're here at the last question of this podcast.
Okay.
I wish I had more, but I think this is a good way to wrap it up.
Okay.
So what is one thing that you would tell yourself when you were first starting out AUSMUN?
So as a delegate, wow.
Yes.
I would say kind of the same advice I gave to other delegates.
Yes.
Like, it's okay. Don't be scared. Nothing is that deep. I would say nothing is that deep.
Okay.
Truly, nothing is. You know, you don't win an award, it's not that deep.
Yes.
You don't get the position you want, it's not that deep. You don't get the country you want, it's not that deep. Like, it's fine. Regardless, you will have an amazing experience, no matter your position. I would tell myself to not worry so much about having the perfect position paper, about having the perfect motions and points, about having the most perfect speeches. I would focus more on trying to learn from the other delegates, and I would tell myself, keep being passionate. Because I joined as a delegate because I really wanted to get into debate, and I'm interested in international affairs, right?
Yes.
So I was like, what other perfect way than to join AUSMUN as a delegate?
Absolutely.
And I remember my country allocation was actually pretty hard to defend.
Okay.
Right. So I would tell myself to just be confident because I know the information. I did my research. خلاص,
It's just
just
about
do
going
your
there
best,
now.
right?
It's going out there.
And again, another piece of advice is to genuinely be confident. You don't know where confidence can open doors for you that you would have never like thought of, right? If I wasn't confident enough as a delegate, I wouldn't have become a
Gone up the
director.
ladder. Yes,
Exactly.
of
Maybe
course.
my MU engineer would have stopped there. But I was curious. I wanted to know more. I was like, you know what? I think I can handle this. So I did it. And then I think I can handle the other thing. I did it. So have confidence in yourself.
For sure.
And keep that passion alive. Don't, like, please keep that passion alive. I think that's what I would tell myself.
That's honestly such a sweet, but like also such a useful thing
Yeah.
to tell yourself. And that's a wrap on this episode. Thank you so much for being here, Reema. You were an amazing guest.
Thank you, Amna, for having me. You were an amazing host. And guys, can I just say one last thing?
Yes.
Don't forget, HR is the people behind the people.
I don't think anyone will forget that.
I hope not.
So that's a wrap. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for more episodes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.